Welcome back to Thalias Cakes, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a Grinch cake, but the younger version of the Grinch from the newest movie. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're someone who enjoys baking and cake decorating, you might want to consider hitting that subscribe button. Before we get started, I would like to announce that this is a special collaboration with Laniidoa. She's an amazing makeup artist. Her work is unbelievable. I mean, really. She's going to be teaching you how to transform yourself step by step into the Grinch just like this. So make sure you go check out her tutorial at the end of this video. I will be leaving the link to her video down in the description box. Now, let's get started. So the first thing I did was make myself a template. It's kind of weird how I decided to do this because I wasn't able to find a full face template online that was big enough, so that's why I ended up drawing out the rest. So before I could start any type of cake carving, I used my paper template to trace out the shape onto a cake board, and then I cut that out. Alright, now we can start carving the cake. Okay, so here I'm using a 10-inch cake. I'm going to place my paper template on top and then use a sharp paring knife to trace out the shape. Once that's set, I'm going to mark with my serrated knife where I wanted to level the cake and then begin to cut through in the middle. If you're not confident leveling your cake with the serrated knife, you can always use a cake leveler. I actually got mine from Amazon, and it's the Wilton brand. Now I can simple syrup both of the layers. If you don't know what simple syrup is, it's just a syrup that you put onto your cake layers to keep them moist. Or else you will have a super dry cake, okay? You don't want no dry cake. And trust me, that's super embarrassing, especially when it's at a party that you have to stay at. Yeah, your girl knows, I learned my lesson. Before stacking the cake, make sure to place down some buttercream. This will help hold your cake in place. Now I can spread some of this delicious American buttercream onto my cake. If you would like the recipe to this buttercream, click it right here and it will take you straight to the video. Alright, this cake is ready for a crumb coat. At this point, I realized I forgot to cut out the indents for the eyeballs, so I used the template to trace where I needed to cut and then covered it with buttercream. But also, I wasn't thinking straight too, because I almost forgot to add on the mouth part. I used cake pop dough and shaped it into this shape. And then I placed it on top and rounded out the edges of the cake. By the way, I actually made this cake for myself for my birthday. So don't worry, it's not for nobody, no one's gonna eat it. That's why I'm touching it with my bare hands. But speaking of birthday, I would really appreciate it if you would share this video with someone that you know that would really enjoy this video. So if you guys can help me in any way, screenshot, post it on Facebook, do what you gotta do, give it to a friend, I don't know. But help your girl out, okay? Alright, let's continue. Here I shaved off some of the cake dough, then I cut out the mouth shape and gave it a crumb coat. Now we can place this into the refrigerator to chill for about 30 minutes and then take it back out to give it its final coat, which will be a thicker layer of buttercream. So just think of the crumb coat as a sweater and then the final coat as a jacket. Now how does that help you? I don't know. To smooth out the buttercream, I used a little piece of poster board and started from the bottom, swiping up. For the color base of this cake, I'm going to be using a pale green fondant. Once I rolled that out, I draped it over my cake and began to smooth out the sides using my hands. I used my balling tool to press in where the eyes go, and then with my X-Acto knife, I cut out where the mouth goes. Now I can cut off the excess fondant using my X-Acto knife. Next, we can use this tool right here to create the texture of the Grinch's hair. So first you will create the lines using the back of the tool, and then flip over the tool on the sharper side to scrape out and give it more of that hair texture. So for the sides of the face, I'm doing the same exact thing, but I'm placing my finger on top like this. It's important that you do place your finger where I have it, because that's going to help hold down the fondant as you start to scrape up. And then also at the same time, it's going to help you get that, like, you know, his beard, his little whiskers on the side, whatever you want to call it. To make that line going down his face, I used my offset spatula just so I could just get it really straight. And then I placed on the nose above it, but make sure that the line is lined up with the nose. As you can see, I failed to do that, pero I can't do anything about it now. For the eyebrows, now we all know that the Grinch's eyebrows are not on fleek, so you gotta do them bushy. So I use the same technique that I used for his beard. Now for the eyeballs, I'm gonna place in a bowl of mozzarella cheese and pat it down using my finger. Hope you knew that I was kidding about the mozzarella, right? Alright, for the eye color, I used green gel food coloring. I painted around the outer part and brushed it inwards to help give it that iris effect. And then I painted the outer part again. For the pupil, I made this shape and placed it down in the middle. Then I added 2 white balls for the catch light. Using templates is the key to making anything look exact, especially if you're trying to create like a character and you want it to look exactly like the character. That's the key. I'm cutting the iris out of the paper template. And then I grabbed that paper template, placed it onto the sclera. If you don't know what a sclera is, it's the white part of your eyeball. I didn't even know that until I Googled it, okay? And I hope I'm saying that right. But anyways, I just grabbed the piping tip and marked it like that, so that way I knew where to put my eyeball. Well, my iris. Then I used black food gel coloring to paint the outer side of the eye with a thin paintbrush. Can you believe I'm making a cake for a movie that I haven't even watched yet? I really want to watch it. For the scarf, I used red fondant, and I gave it a scarf texture using some burlap. This is actually the same exact technique that I used in my basic pumpkin chick video. If you haven't seen that video already, I will be leaving the link down in the description. I trimmed off the sides and folded the top and bottom. Then I wrapped it up on the neck and made little strips at the end of the scarf. So the Grinch wore 2 different scarves in this movie. I only know because of the previews. When he was older, he wore like a red and white striped scarf, and when he was younger he wore this red and black buffalo check scarf. So in this case I'm making the buffalo check scarf because I'm making the younger version of the Grinch. To make this pattern, I diluted some black gel paint and brushed on a stripe. Then I painted on regular black gel paint without diluting it, and I did that exact same pattern all around. For the hair, I used fondant.
I gave it texture using the same exact fondant tool as before, and I also added pieces of fondant to make some of the hair sticking out. And lastly, to complete the face, I used this green edible color dust to shade the outer part where the hair is. I also went ahead and shaded in a little bit of the cheeks, not too much, just very lightly, because I didn't want to overdo it and have it be like a whole green patch in one spot. You just want it to blend in smoothly. Now we can give the Grinch a little bit of green eyeshadow for the eyelid.
You done? Oh look, you brought me some food, some shrimp. What is this, shrimp de la ling ling? Get yourself a man like that, that cooks for you while you make your videos.
Then I added a little bit of black fondant into the mouth and then placed on the teeth. And in case you were interested in learning how I made the Christmas tree, all I did was made myself a template for the tree, and then I added in the tree stump and just decorated it with some Christmas tree decorations. And there you have it, a Grinch cake. For the cake board, I did add other details, which was just snowflakes that I painted on. And I also added happy birthday because it was your girl's birthday. I just wanted to mention that I love it when people tag me on my Instagram or Facebook of the recreations that they have made from my YouTube channel. I love it. So please tag me. Don't be shy. I love to see your work. Oh, and don't forget to go check out Laniidoa as part of the collaboration. The link is down in the description.
Question: what's your favorite Christmas movie? I will be leaving my answer down below in the comments. Let's talk about it. I don't like ghost subscribers, okay? If you're a subscriber, let me know that you're here, that you exist, because I want to acknowledge you. I want to thank you for being a subscriber, okay? If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please be sure to click that notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. And don't forget to hit that circle button right over here to subscribe to my channel to continue to receive more fun cake tutorials like these. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.